I'm John Bachman. Welcome to Newsmax TV. Right now we're talking on the phone to Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan. He's also the chairman of the Republican Study Commission. Congressman, thanks for being with us.
Good to be with you today.
All right, so let's talk about this new report. It shows that spending on welfare has now topped more than $1 trillion. That was in 2001, and that's at least a 30% increase since President Obama took office. What is the biggest contributing factor, do you think, to this alarming rise in the number of Americans who now need some sort of government assistance?
Yeah, it's a couple of things. Specifically, it's an increase in the significant increase in those people who are getting food stamps. What's called the SNAP program. There's also the increased cost in Medicaid. But overall, the reason you're seeing this, frankly, is because our economy is not producing the jobs it needs to produce. And that's attributable to the poor policies coming from Washington. Bad tax policy, bad regulatory policy, bad energy policy. I would argue questionable monetary policy, and certainly bad fiscal policy. That's all leading to an environment that's not conducive to job growth. So all that together is contributing to this huge increase in the amount of money we spend on social welfare programs. But specifically, it's the food stamp program. And the other thing I would say is this. It is harmful for a culture when you have this much dependency, a growing dependency from so many people on the government. And it's just not good for your society, not good for your culture, not good for your country.
Yeah, and certainly not sustainable. Another number that jumped out to me is that there are 83 welfare programs. Now, would consolidating these programs streamline the process and make it more efficient?
Yeah, no, great point. We've introduced a welfare reform bill that says, let's do a couple things. First, let's have every year this kind of accounting for how much total aggregate spending we have on social welfare programs. And then let's look to consolidate it. I mean, do we really need over 80 different means-tested social welfare programs? I mean, we have several in the education category, several in the nutrition category, several in the job training category, several in the housing category, several in healthcare category. I mean, maybe if we just had 4 or 5, we would actually better meet the needs of those individuals and those families who are truly needy, and we would save taxpayers money. Maybe that kind of streamlining and efficiency would be so much better in this overall program. And so that's what our bill seeks to do: overall aggregate accounting of what's going on, and actually trying to truly meet the needs of those families who really need help.
Are there any programs that you see or you've seen or you know of that are actually providing a positive return on investment of tax money?
Well, we don't really know. That's the other reason we want some accounting of this. What we do know is that a work component is critical for people getting to a better life and actually achieving the American dream. And when you have an administration that's seen this kind of growth in social welfare programs, this kind of growth in food stamps, this kind of growth in all the other areas, and then they waive the work requirement, as the Obama administration has done, that's moving us in entirely the wrong direction. That critical character quality you need is a work ethic to achieve real success and to accomplish real goals of meaning and significance. And when a government says we're going to remove that, in the long run, what it is doing is hurting the very people it's proposing to help. And that's, I think, the biggest problem with what we see from this administration.
So we've heard about this war on poverty, which started about 50 years ago, half a century ago. Obviously, we can't flip a switch and reverse some of the problems that have been going on for a long time. But how long do you think this will take to unwind this problem and get things back to a more sustainable level?
Well, it starts. It starts in just a couple of weeks with the election. I mean, this election is important for a number of reasons, but certainly this is one area where it's of critical importance. It starts with who you have running the executive branch of government, who you have running your government, and the attitude and the policies that they're going to push. So it starts on Election Day, where we make a change in leadership, and hopefully we're going to have Mitt Romney as the next president. I think that's going to happen. And we're going to have maintain a Republican House and get a Republican Senate. Then we can put in place the kind of reforms we need in welfare to actually better serve the families who are in need, and have that critical component, that work component. You know, the one thing I remind people is the very first piece of legislation that ever got done when I was in the State House, in the Ohio State House, was a time limits amendment when we did the welfare reform legislation. And our amendment simply said, if you're an able-bodied adult, after 2 years, we will no longer pay you for not working. And what we found was that deadline truly influenced behavior, and no one got cut off. What happened was they saw the deadline come and they said, you know what, I'm going to get the skills I need, I'm going to get the training I need, I'm going to get the education I need to get a job. And no one was kicked off. They just saw what was coming and they said, I'm going to do what needs to be done so I can get real employment. And it helps so many families better their lives and better their families' lives. That's the kind of focus we need to really help people achieve the American dream.
Well, until some sort of change happens, you can add this to the list of unsustainable problems that Congress and the White House will have to work out sooner than later. Congressman Jim Jordan, thanks for being with us.
You bet. Thank you so much. Take care.